Hey everybody, look at who's we've got. Boy, that's a bad start. Words and things. Jim from More Sunshine, Please. I gotta tell you, I'm a little jealous about two things that I can see on the screen right now.
All right.
You got a big cool screen behind you that says More Sunshine, Please, which I really like.
Thank you.
And your mic is awesome.
Thank you. I love pretending I'm a DJ, so I set this up just for that.
I actually have. I've had it for about 6 months now. It's I don't even know what they're called. It's like a cool mic. And I spent like 8 seconds one night trying to make it work, and I gave up on it. And you're inspiring me right now. You're inspiring me to plug the sucker in. Maybe when the shows are over tonight, I'll Oh, Stacy Rogers, I'm so sad that we can't read anything that she types tonight. I don't want to talk about football. How about that? Because I will, but not to Stacy, because like I love Stacy, but not tonight. Anyway, let's say hi to people in chat, and then we're going to talk about Christmas gifts to start off, because that's what we were just talking about offline. This is gonna be a rough night because I'm not making sentences, so I apologize in advance. Stacy Rogers is in the house. She is not going to talk about the Eagles tonight, at least not to my listening. Disney Grandma in the house. What's going on? Captain Akron's here. Kay Atwood's here. Excuse me, everybody. Magic of the Mouse TV's in the house. Stevie Lee's in the house. Ooh, chat just skipped. If I missed you, say hi. All right. So we were just talking about how the holidays were. You've got a little time off. You have one daughter that you're excited about what's coming in the mail. You want to tell the peeps, because it sounds pretty awesome, and then I'll bounce off of you. I got something pretty cool that I want to brag about too.
I do. We have a daughter. If anybody is unaware, she is autistic, and she has few interests. One of them, when she was a smaller child, was driving around in one of those battery-operated cars that little kids can fit into.
In Rocky 3, man.
Oh, kinda, yeah. But she has grown out of that. She hasn't been able to fit into one of those for some time now. My wife found one that can accommodate adult-sized people. So she ordered.
How size? I'm extra adult size because I might need this.
I haven't seen it. My wife did all the legwork. But 2 people can fit in it. It's actually, you can control it remotely. I haven't seen it, but I'm super excited. It's due to arrive next week.
Yes. So I'm going to stalk you on Instagram or wherever. You will be posting pictures of this, right?
No doubt.
Make me come all the way to your house to see if I fit. I probably don't. It's probably unlikely.
It's coming from Montreal, too. So that's interesting.
I hear that's a beautiful city. Donna Jaworski in the house. Donna, you made, I don't like admitting to crying. I feel like I do that a lot. You made me tear up a little bit the other night because you were tearing up. That was really beautiful. So I made my day and a lot of people's day to watch you get that gift on the Resort TV One stream. So welcome in. Orlando Mike's in the house. Laser Cat's in the house. Stacy Rogers is not talking about football. Noah, hello. How are you? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Walto Grams, what's going on? Handsome Dougie. So I don't want to take up your time here, but my wife, you know, the after Christmas, I don't know, sales, she went out without me. I stayed home. Was this yesterday or the day before? And she sent me a picture of a life-size Sven from Frozen. And I said, yes, please. And she said, you want to know how much it costs? I said, I really don't. Hey, Theo. Hey, Luna. And it is now, like, we're going to take our tree down any day, but now it's under our tree. It's awesome. It talks. My grandson's going to ride it. He was going to come over tonight, but he got a cold. I can't wait to see this.
Holy cow.
Awesome. Yeah. So I love that you want to get her a car, and I can't wait to see that. Hey, Art Johns, what's going on? I love that kind of stuff. I love that I can buy my kids, and now I have 1 grandkid and 2 more on the way. And I'm going to need a couple more jobs because I like buying them stuff to stay at the house. Hey, Preston. So I don't know. You've got kids that are getting a little older too. I thought as a younger parent that was going to get harder. No, man, it's awesome. And now I got 2 popping out kids. It's even better. I love it. So anyway, but let's talk about you and your YouTube channel. You actually sent me something. Man, it must have been like 6 months ago. Do you remember? You sent me something that was pretty cool. It's actually, I mean, I can't show you right now, but it's on my wall right now, right there. I did a video about a collection I had, and you just happened to have one. Is that how that went? I don't even remember how it ended up coming to me, but.
That's right. You released a video and you were showing off your baseball card collection. In particular, The 1977 Dodgers.
I love that you remember. It was a little bit of a test. Yes.
Yes.
You A+.
You do not have the entire team though.
I'm
from
even
that year.
quicker now than I was then.
Right. But and I know you just tested me, and I
A+.
Did I send you Dusty Baker?
You did. You sent me
Okay.
Dusty
All right.
Baker.
Okay.
He's right there.
Yeah. So I used to collect cards as a kid,
Mhm.
and all of the cards I used to collect are still at my parents' house up in Detroit. And over the summer, we visited them, and I made it my mission. I need to find this team. I need to find what cards I have, and I found Dusty Baker, and I was so happy to send him your way.
That's awesome. Now, I'm not going to ask you how old you are because people get weird about that, but I'm a lot older than you, and that was in my wheelhouse of kiddom. That would have been an old card for you, right?
I am 48 and a half.
Oh, you're closer to me than I thought. I just turned 50 Christmas Day. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'll take it. But I was 7. That was the first year I collected cards. It was the first pack I ever opened. I was a Dodgers fan. They went to the World Series that year. They lost to the Yankees, but that's my thing to my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess so. It's more in your wheelhouse than I would have thought. Theo in the house, Texas Rider in the house, Disney Nerd Herders in the house. Welcome in. Let's see if I missed anybody. Disabled Disney in the house, RV into Disney in the house. So appreciate you guys being here. Let's get to know Jim. So when I first met you through this, here's what I knew. This dude's funny. And then I think it might have been the stream where you said you sent the card. I'm pretty sure it was, but I might be misremembering that. You went up to, correct me if I'm wrong, Minnesota to see your sister? And she
Michigan.
had a front yard. Oh, okay.
Yes.
M word sounds cold. I was pretty close. Bob and Ashley, what's going on? And she had the coolest Halloween front yard decor that I think I've ever seen. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. When I was up there, I wanted to continue my weekly live streams Tuesday at 7:30. Thank you for asking. And I knew she had a tremendous collection of Halloween. She goes all out for Halloween.
Oh man!
And I knew, among other things, she had the hitchhiking ghosts.
Yeah.
And they were maybe 2.5 to 3 feet tall, and they light up. And I really wanted to show everybody what she had. So she had that, among other things. But
I mean, there's a few things, but that's what stood out to me. Actually, no. Now that I say that, though, she had 4 or 5 things that I remember. Hey, wifey, look at. We have to go to Minnesota and be friends with this person. You know, they were,
again, it's Michigan. But yes,
word quote.
That she had a Mickey ghost, and she had a bunch of little things too. But oddly enough, she wanted to give me those hitchhiking ghosts. I just had no way to get them home. And the only reason she wanted to give them to me is because she was running out of storage space. So I actually helped her rearrange some stuff so she could store them. I want her to have those. Those are
you're nice
awesome.
to me. I would have rented something expensive and sent them home or something. Those were really cool. Hey, Chills, what's going on?
I thought about it.
Minnesota, Montreal, wherever she lived, I would send them all the way home. But those were cool. Do you guys go all out for the holidays? Are you decorating kind of people?
Yes. I do the exterior house decorating, a little bit for Halloween, quite a bit more for Christmas. Yes. As a matter of fact, my most recent video was inspired by Pepper Tree Villa. You know those guys. They
are goals, and they make me jealous all in one.
They have 20 plus Christmas trees in their home. And one of the videos they made was how do they light a Christmas tree, or how do they decorate a Christmas tree? And I'm inspired by those guys multiple times. This last time I said, well, I can do that same thing about how I decorate the outside of my house. So I quickly made a video about how I, some tips and tricks about how I decorate the house for Christmas. Yeah, I enjoy those guys, their videos, hanging out with them.
I love them. I actually have something I'm going to send them. Well, I'm really bad at mail, so I won't talk about that right now. So here's his link. I think some mods have been putting in there, but there's his link to his YouTube channel. He has a live stream every what night?
Tuesday night at 7:30.
All the way from Minnesota, Michigan. No, neither are true, but I thought I'd throw that in there. And they are hilarious. And you're part of a group now that is doing, well, it's Hitchhiking Ghost. It's Hitchhiking Ghost, right?
Close. It's 5 Foolish Mortals.
Oh, that's right. You threw me off because of See, Michigan, Montreal, Hitchhiking Ghost, whatever. I should be taking notes. But I love your streams. Your stream. I remember watching one of your first streams that I was aware of, and you were cracking me up. And you're just so you know what, you were like being self-deprecating. You're like, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that, and this and that. And I don't know how everybody else was in chat, but I was cracking up. You are. I was going to ask you why are you so smooth on camera, but I think I might have learned why. Do you want to share with the people what I'm referring to?
Are you talking about my profession?
I think I am.
I am a television production teacher in high school television production teacher.
Why wasn't this at San Marcos High School in the 80s? Because that would have been, I would have been all over that.
Yeah, it wasn't at my high school either.
I would have, I mean, I skipped all the classes. That class I probably would have went to at least half the time. Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's I try to make it as fun as I can. Yeah,
I'm sure they love it. All right, we got more people in here. Chills, welcome in, my man. I know you weren't feeling good the other day. I hope you're feeling better. Orlando guy, I think I might have said hi to you, but hi to you twice, or hi to you for the first time. Hey, Lynn, what's going on, my friend? We'll be on live later for Creator Talk. Did I see somebody else? Did I say hi to Bob and Ashley? Samantha, I did not see you. Hello, Samantha. How are you? You guys make me happy popping in. So let's get right to it. You were at 600 subs today. I saw that at least, I don't know, like an hour ago or whatever. That's awesome. When did you start your channel? Why did you start your channel? Steve Katz, my buddy in the house. Michael Riley in the house. Steve Katz, unless there's another Steve Katz, is my friend from school, high school. We're talking about teaching and stuff. So hey,
speak of the devil.
He's a great guy. Oh, Mickey Bunch in the house too. So let's get to you. When did you start?
Everybody, thanks for being here, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, makes my day, especially on a holiday. I
Yeah.
appreciate being here, and everybody's busy this time of year. And anyway, hey Rob, what's going on? Okay, so why YouTube channel? Why a YouTube channel? When did you start? Let's start right there and talk about you.
I started my channel in the summer of 2017, and I started it. First of all, let me just say I had a YouTube channel for my classroom for 10 years. We would make videos and we would post them on there. I wouldn't promote them. I would do next to nothing. It was just for students that had something to do with it, to be able to watch these videos for years and years. So I aside from posting the videos, I did nothing, and I knew next to nothing about YouTube, except for that. But for my own personal channel, I started that only 2 years ago. And I did it for a couple of reasons. One, I thought that you might be able to make money on it. But the primary reason I started it, because I'm a television production teacher, I have access to Adobe Premiere Pro as our edit software. And as a way to stay sharp with that, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna mix my love of Disney with my yearning to get better at my profession and learn how to edit better. I'm going to combine these two things. I started my channel. So, you know, I don't put out as many videos as a lot of other people, but every once in a while I'll get something out there. I started live streaming as well. You mentioned that. You know, it's morphed from one thing. It started out one thing, and it's become this whole other thing I did not expect. I did not expect to meet so many new friends. Perhaps you've had the same experience. And these are good friends. You know what I mean? They're not just somebody you
well, me and you met it at the Beverly Challenge, and
that's right.
It, you know, it's funny. It meant more to me than I expected it to. Does that make sense? I think that was a horrible sentence, but you know, it's just weird. Like some people that you really got to care about, know well, you know, dare I say, love. You hadn't even met them. That sounds crazy to say. And some that I was just getting to know, and some that I'd known for a while. But meeting them all in one place, it was awesome. And well, I mean, I used the picture on the thumbnail of me and you meeting there. It was
yes.
It was more than I could have hoped for, and it's going to be lifelong. Like, I'm not saying we're going to know everybody that was there that first Beverly Challenge forever, but there's a bunch of people that we're going to know in our old age. I have no doubt, and that's freaking awesome.
Well, this whole thing you know, our community, our YouTuber community, it's still in its infancy.
It
We're
is.
still learning. We're still learning how this technology is bringing people together. Yes, maybe we have not met a lot of these people we see on YouTube every day, but we know them. You know, we see them, we hear them, we can interact with them via a chat or live stream. So it's a bit different than what we grew up learning as a normal, quote, relationship. You know what I mean? So this is no less valid than anything we've ever done before as far as gaining and keeping friends. It's just new. It's different.
It's something that I would have made fun of, and I did 3, 4, or 5 years ago, even would have counseled people to stay away from the relationship part of it. I remember the first time, we all do, right? That first time that somebody wanted to know something, you're like, why do they care about that? And now it's commonplace, and it's awesome, right? Like, I don't know. I don't share my address. I have a mailing address just because I have daughters and a wife, let's be real. But the relationship part of it, I mean, I don't want to answer for you, but for me, it was the shocking part, and it's the best part. And that's crazy for me to say, because I mean, I'm not out there looking to make more friends, but that's what's come of it. Isn't that pretty cool?
Exactly. That has been my experience. Exactly. Yeah. Very cool.
So, if somebody doesn't know you, like my buddy Steve is in here for the first time, he doesn't know you. Everyone else might, but Steve doesn't. So maybe just talk to Steve. Tell him about why your channel and what you're doing on your channel. So what's the why and what's the what? What do you hope that they get out of it now and moving forward into 2020, since, you know, it's kind of goals time for 2020?
Well, Steve, it's a pleasure to meet you. I would hope that people, when they watch stuff on my channel, are entertained. Certainly, they get a laugh. Yeah, I like being funny, or trying to be funny anyway. You know, the stuff I do, the videos I make, I try to add something I've learned to every video I make. As a matter of fact, just before I hopped on here tonight, I was finishing up my video I'll probably release tomorrow morning. And it's nothing more than a slideshow of all of the YouTube friends I was able to meet in person this year.
Oh, wow.
Spoiler alert, you're in there. And but
that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's just a few minutes.
Were you like saving up pictures or screenshots or whatever? Like, how did you?
I did, yes. I was fortunate to meet a number of people this year. Let me start over by saying at the end of last year, I made a year in review video of all the things I was able to do in 2018, and I actually had a plan to do the same thing for this year. It was really cool. It was fun to put together. It was fun for some people to watch as well. But then as I got busier around here and things change, I have to adapt to what I can do. I thought, you know what, I think what I'll do is I'll put together a slideshow of all these awesome pictures I'm so fortunate to have. So I'm going to share these. And then, you know, I like to add something I've learned to just about every video I make. So what I learned for this one was how to do the Star Wars roll, you know, at the beginning of the movie where it says Episode 4, A New Hope, and then
I want to do that.
I just do that really quick at the beginning, but it's something I've learned. I can pass it on to my students. So I threw that in there.
Do you have 50-year-old creepy dude spot? Because I don't really think I'm creepy, but I would love to learn that. How did you learn that? Where did you go to learn that?
Well, as with everything on YouTube, it's honestly the easiest place. I have books, you know, for my classroom. I could possibly learn some of these things from, but it's so easy just to type it in YouTube and figure out how to do it. And,
true.
But now I've remembered that I can do it right now, you know, and that's nice. It's nice to be able to build my knowledge base through YouTube. Yeah.
Well, so one of the things that I did my Vision 2020, and it was just basically doing an edited, excuse me, an edited video every day in 2019 to get good by 2020, you know, blah, blah, blah. And that's the kind of thing, I didn't do that specifically, but that was the kind of thing I tried to just learn something every day, even if that's just getting better at something I already knew how to do. And that crawl is awesome. And 'tis the season, obviously. Star Wars is obviously on everybody's mind right now. Is it an effect? Is it an edit? Like where do you find, how do I ask this? Where do you find yourself? What do you like best about the edit process? Let's ask it that way. And maybe what's the next thing you want to learn? And what made you learn that? Obviously, I'm thinking it's because Star Wars has been out.
Yes. You know,
Hey, Blue Nose.
I've made a number of Star Wars themed videos before, sure. And I've always added something Star Wars-ish. I've just never added that. And this is not a Star Wars video that I made. I just wanted to throw that in there because I just learned it. It's I love editing, by the way. It's my favorite part of all of this.
It's so fun, but it's so time consuming.
It is. That's why I don't release a lot of stuff. But it's where I get the most joy. It's my hobby. It's where some people will do quilting or needlework or putting a puzzle together. I feel that editing for me is the same thing. It's taken all of this footage that I've gathered and maybe chipping away at all the excess marble and trying to create a nice statue. So you know, it's where I'm most creative. It's where I can be most creative. It's just that's where I get the most joy out of my YouTube channel is editing.
And you've been on Adobe Premiere Pro your whole YouTube journey, it sounds like?
For my personal channel, yes. When I started my classroom channel, no. But we've had it for about 4 or 5 years now.
What would you say to the budding YouTuber who's not using Premiere Pro about Premiere Pro? Go for it, learn it, or like what advice would you give? And talk directly to me on this because I have it and don't use it, and it's one of my things that at the 2 more days I won't feel the need to put out something every day. Like I got it after I made a goal to put out something every day, and I had to decide, do I want to spend the time learning or creating? And now I want to learn. I don't know how to do it. I suspect it's going to make my editing get a lot better, but it's going to take some time. I'll shut up. What say you? It's
an amazing tool. I mean, they edit Hollywood movies with this. You know, Deadpool was edited with Adobe Premiere Pro. The Social Network. These are Academy Award-winning movies now. I mean, this is serious stuff. There are a lot of bells and whistles, but if you have it, I suggest, you know, dipping your toe in there, just doing a little bit. You know, you don't have to create Citizen Kane your first time out. It's just you know, learn a little bit.
Is the entry, what's the right way to say this? The time it takes to get proficient, large, small, what would you say? Like, I mean, we're all editing at some level. I'm guessing it's so much more robust. I'm guessing there's effort that needs to be put in. Duh.
Oh, and certainly, and I know enough. I know just enough to hurt somebody, but there's so much more I can know. There's a lot I'm not familiar with yet. There's a lot of stuff.
That's very cool. Well, let's get back to your channel. Oh no, go ahead. I
was just going to say, but what I do know, I use or I try to use to full effect, and that's I would suggest the same thing to you. Whatever you know about it, use it, and you know, just learn a little bit every time.
So I wasn't going to ask this, but now I will. Live streaming, I think you're so natural and so smooth and so funny. Obviously, you know editing and you love that, and now I know that's part of your work life too. What do you prefer? What do you like better, and why?
I prefer editing. I mean, I started my channel with that. I didn't think I was going to be live streaming. You know, it wasn't until a few months in I realized, oh, this is something maybe I should do. You know,
watch hours, right? I can tell you why I got in watch hours. Yeah. Now now I'm going to have 4 shows a week. What the heck?
You are crazy. That's admirable, though. I can't do it, but I'm looking forward to seeing you try.
Everybody, I have had like 20 people in the last week. We can have to say, why are they always on the weekend and so late? What do you think? Give me your best guess. I can't quit my job.
Yeah, like I'm not monetized yet, and I don't know when I'll get there, if I get there. But
go subscribe, by the way. Hint, hint, people. Good timing.
Thank you. So I started live streaming to try to build a bit of an audience and get some subscribers, and I suppose that's happened.
It sure has. It builds community much quicker than videos because they get to know you. You get to sell you and share you.
That's true. So I did it kind of as a duty almost to my channel. But what has happened is that's morphed into a friendship building mechanism for me. You had mentioned the 5 Foolish Mortals thing we've done a few times already. So D&G Explorers, Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders, Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. That's us. We've done it 3 times already. We're going to do it maybe every 3 weeks or so.
Oh, okay. I can ask about that because I've been confused on the schedule, to be honest. But
yeah, it's not a weekly thing. We can't commit to that. But every 3 weeks or so, we'll try to get together and do something just for fun. Because it is ultimately, this is fun. What we're doing right now is fun. This is fun.
I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
Yeah, me either.
Things I like, I try not to do things I don't like.
Yeah. So live streaming it started one thing and morphed into something else. I enjoy it. At times I still feel I'm growing, trying to get better at it. I'm still not great at reading the chat during my own show, but I feel I'm getting better. So, with the editing and the live streaming, every time I do it, I feel, I've learned a little something and am getting better.
Yeah. Well, and I love it. Hey, Shep, what's going on? The Shep family in the house. So your Disney channel, would you agree with that? I don't want to identify your channel different than what you do, but I consider you a Disney channel. Metro Drones. Oh, wow. Metro Drones. I want a drone so bad, but Metro Drones, welcome in. Thank you so much. Happy holidays from not Minnesota, Michigan.
Look at those Michiganders coming through. Make me proud
so much. I love it. So thank you, and Happy New Year to you, and I appreciate it. Would you consider yourself a Disney channel? I do.
Absolutely. That's what it started as. My
When
first.
did you fall in love with Disney enough? Well, let's start in the beginning. And when did you decide, all right, this is something I want to talk about on my YouTube channel?
Disney, specifically Disney World, has been a part of my life as long as I can remember. I think the first time I went, I was 1. I know there are pictures of me with my family in 1972.
I heard you tell them the story before, yeah.
Yeah, in 1972, there's pictures of me at Walt Disney World. So, and we would go every couple years, at least. So, it's been a lifelong love. It's just the happiest place. So I didn't come up with that.
Was it mom? Was it dad? Was it the whole family? Were they already in love with it? How did that?
As far as I know, both parents. Yeah. I mean, Disney World was new to all of us in Michigan. Of course, Disneyland had been there, but my family didn't go to Disneyland. But once Disney World was built, that was our vacation destination. And
love it.
And just for as long as I can remember.
That's very cool. And when did you decide? What made you decide a Disney YouTube channel?
Well, I thought I needed I needed a channel with a focus. And I thought, well, if I'm going to have this channel to keep my editing sharp, I need a focus. So, and I thought, well, I dig Disney. So, I live close enough. I'm just over an hour away, so I can go there quite often. And I can gather footage when needed, which is a nice luxury.
Yeah.
So I have that. It seems like I have a never-ending supply of footage.
See, now I'm getting jealous.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I also, this past year, was able to finally get back to Disneyland. My family went when I was 6 years old. I just don't remember it. I have no memories of that. But I was able to go for the D23 Expo weekend. Was able to go. And
I was joking about being jealous, but now that I actually was jealous.
Yeah, that's a great place. That was amazing.
We can go back to D23 now. Let's dive into that because I have been saying to Wifey for some time that, hey, we're going to go at some point. And then I watched you, I watched Shep, I watched Corey, I watched, the people that were there that I like, that I enjoyed, that I watch. And I remember thinking, it looks like I like people. I don't love waiting in line. Was it worth your time to fly out there? I mean, it's a time commitment, it's money commitment. Tell me honestly, are you going to go back? And if so, why? And if not, why not? Hey, down the rabbit hole.
Short answer is probably not. I probably won't go back. I'm glad I went, but I'm more glad because I got to meet so many people. I got to meet D&G explorers finally.
Yeah.
Bob and Ashley were out there. Juan Rodriguez, Matthew and Lauren Vlogs. I'm Pepper Tree Villa. I got to meet and hang out with these people.
Amazing. Yes. Shep just put a picture up with the Tim Tracker, right? And so those are, you met friends, you met, I don't know, the celebrities, right? So I don't know, they're
celebrities to me. Yeah. So all these people I got to meet, I put all their pictures in the video I'm releasing tomorrow. So
about that.
But the expo itself, you asked about the expo. I'm glad I went. There were a lot of people. I only went the one day. I only went to the actual expo on the Saturday.
Okay.
Although I can't imagine going there for 3 days. It just seems like you could see all you want to see, minus the different shows, or what do they call them? The expos, panels. Yes, thank you. Minus that, the expo floor, you could knock that out in one day, and we did.
And right across the street is Disneyland. So.
Yeah. So we went there every day. Yeah.
Stacy has asked a couple times, and I need to not forget. Apparently, and I'm gonna do this on purpose, eating beignets on Splash Mountain is a thing. I know I said that wrong. I just thought it'd be
no. I went on Splash Mountain and I ate beignets, and I had an unfortunate experience with both of those things. Although they were great. But Splash Mountain, they had me sit in the very front seat, and it is not like the Splash Mountain in Disney World. I was more wet after riding that in the front seat of the boat thing than I ever was at Typhoon Lagoon. I was just soaked head to toe, but it was funny. It was very funny.
My family might have a story that they blame on my abs, which is code for my fat. It might have just been. I have family in the house right now, and they actually told the story about an hour and a half ago. But beignets, because I'm a fan of beignets.
Beignets, we wanted to try Disneyland beignets, so we went there, got a mint julep as well. So I'm eating it, and I joke, there's so much powdered sugar in here, don't inhale. And then I inhaled the powdered sugar, of course, and it was a mistake. So that's what she's talking about. But again, funny. It's funny stuff.
These are good. Mouse Talk, happy birthday, Mouse Talk in the house.
Another birthday? Happy birthday, guys.
My grandma would be 100 today.
Wow.
She's not here, but she's like my favorite person ever. And it's her birthday, even though I had a cannoli for grandma. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, hey, Walt is in the house. Happy birthday, my man. So glad you are here. I think there was another question while I'm on the questions. So the link's been dropped a few times. While I'm checking chat real fast, get over to his Instagram, get over his Twitter. I don't know if I dropped the Twitter yet, but I dropped the Instagram. I dropped the YouTube. He was at 600 subscribers when we 20 minutes before, before I checked. So if we at the end of this, I see him at 600, I'm going to be upset. So get over there and give him some love. His channel is awesome. I'm not just saying that. I think I asked you to be on the show like 6 months ago. And
it was a while ago, yeah.
I'm really, it's been, it's just, I love this because it allows us to get to know each other better, but also because you get to share. Like, I hope I ask questions where you get to share what you want people to hear. And so before I start diving into the things you love about Disney, what is something that you've been on YouTube for a while? What's something that you want people to know that you don't think they know about you yet?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're a pretty open guy. I'm guessing you're not a secretive guy.
No, I'm not. As with so many of us, we're we try to keep a lot of our personal stuff personal. I don't really share out my last name. I don't share out my address, stuff like that. But there's a bit of my family on my channel. I guess if people aren't aware, I have a daughter with special needs. She's got a dual diagnosis of Down syndrome and autism. And we haven't really made a lot of videos about that, maybe 1 or 2 where we mention it or even talk about it at all. But I think, in the future, there might be a video or 2 where I focus on that, where I can help people with if they have a member of the family with special needs, how they can navigate Disney a little bit better. I'd like to do that.
Love that.
Yeah. So, we have a family touched by special needs, and I'm not the only one. There's many families out there in our community like that, and that's just been another joy and another positive thing about this community. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, one of my daughters has Asperger's, and we talked a little bit before the chat, and she came to me, it's about a year ago now, and she wanted to do a YouTube channel, and she wanted to talk about her and her situation and to help other people. And you're reminding me of that as you're sharing that. And, it was a proud dad moment. I'm not going to lie. Now she wants to do a Star Wars channel, so it changes every day. But my point is, it's just, this is such a neat medium. I mean, you teach it, so you obviously know already. I'm preaching the choir, but I think we live in a time now where you have more opportunity to share your story, your voice than ever before. Not that you have to, but if you want to, it's here. You don't need to know a TV producer. You need to have a internet connection, and it's a blessed time to be alive. I really think so. And so whatever direction your channel goes, I'm going to support it because I like you. But I love that. I love, I respect when people want to keep stuff out or in the back too. But I just think we should celebrate what's different, not be worried about what's different. I don't know. This is probably not the path that I expected this chat to go, but I love that you're considering doing that. So I would say I hope you do.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping to do that. But again, I don't want to, reveal too much. I want to keep, private stuff private. So that's something I'll have to, figure out.
Sure.
When the time comes.
Hughes and Bruce in the house. What's going on? Stevie Lee in the house. What's going on? I saw your message. Thank you so much, Stevie Lee. That was really nice. Shep says, "Oh man, everybody knows pretty much everything about me." Yeah, I hear you. So you know what? Hey, Nathan T, just vlogged this. What's going on? Well, anyway, okay. So let's get on to your. We're 20 minutes.
Well, you know what? There's something else that's interesting about me, and a few people know this. And I'm not going to reveal the school where I teach, but I had mentioned early in the stream that we have a channel for my classroom, and we make. Our major thing is making dance videos. It's kind of it fosters school spirit in our school. My kids go around and record students dancing. We put it together. So we have a lot of dancing videos like that. We've done maybe 10 years ago, lip dubs became a big thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but we got major recognition for that. And anyway, my point in bringing this up is that I think there are 6 or 7 videos on that channel with over 100,000 views on there.
Wow.
And that's when I didn't give YouTube a second thought. I'd post a video on there and just let it go. Wouldn't think about it again. Occasionally I'd go back and watch something, like show a new class, things that old classes have done, stuff like that. But we have one video that we did, our video with the most views. We just checked it because my son asked me about it. It has over 4 million views now. And but most of those views are from India. Huh. And the reason is because we made a dance video to a rather famous Punjabi song.
Okay.
And this song has a very cheesy, silly video that we parodied. We didn't make fun of it, but we celebrated it because we loved it. And we posted it on YouTube 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago. And it just every day, multiple people in India watch it and comment on it, and it's still has more views than anything else we've ever done on a daily basis.
How many does it have?
It has over 4 million views.
Goals. Cool.
I know, but we can't monetize it, as I found out, because it's not our music.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So
I mean,
but
it'll
who cares?
watch time you don't have to worry about, and it'll bring
Yeah.
subscribers, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
that's be somebody's. Yeah, but still, that's all. Hey, I'll take one. I want one. I hit one that hit 30,000 or whatever, and I felt pretty studly.
Absolutely.
What are you 100 times that? That's amazing. Oh my
I know.
goodness.
It's ludicrous. It
is, and that's the thing. The reach that we have, the opportunity we have on this free medium. I mean, and Rob said, "God bless India." I'm with you. That's awesome. I am going to do something. No, I mean, well, that's it was PewDiePie versus that Indian company that I can't think of the name of, right? So apparently they know how to watch some videos in India. My goodness.
Yeah, it's funny, and it's nothing. It's brought us nothing but joy, because the people that watch that video and post a comment, it is all positive, and they love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's great. It's a great feeling.
I love it. I love it. All right, so let's talk about Disney. Your favorite park and why?
My favorite park is Epcot.
Epcot,
yes. Well, my family loves it most. My daughter, I believe, is a big Epcot fan. I think her favorite ride is Test Track. And it's such a joy to go on there with her, because especially when you hit the outside part and you start going really fast, every time she's laughing so hard it seems like she can't catch her breath. But she's just a look over at her when she's on this ride, laughing her head off, and just having the time of her life every time.
Love it.
So and then so I love it for that. But then, the joke is that there's always a festival going on at Epcot. But bring the jokes on, because I love every one of the festivals. They're awesome.
We'll be going for the first time to the art festival here in February, and I'm ecstatic about it. And I haven't done. I haven't done the flower one. I haven't done the art one. I've done the Christmas one. Done obviously food and wine. Is there one I'm missing? I feel like there's a fifth one. Maybe there's four. Whatever. I can't wait, and I want
the holidays. The holidays one.
Yeah. Love it. So okay. Well, so what's your favorite ride? You may have answered it, but maybe not. My
favorite ride is actually in the Magic Kingdom. Okay. It's the People Mover.
No, is it really?
It is absolutely the People Mover.
So I'm going to have to dive deeper on this. I don't get it. I love me some Disney. I loved Disneyland. I was there when they had it. I don't get it. It's explain.
It is. It's relaxing.
Yes.
There's never a long wait. The longest I've ever waited is about 15 minutes.
I mean, there's not a long wait at the gas station, but I don't love it, so I need more.
I hate the gas station, so that's why I have an electric car. But it's in Florida at any time of year. This ride is completely covered. It's shaded. It's one of the only rides where you get to go into other attractions.
That's true. A little behind the scenes stuff, yeah.
I remember riding it as a kid and have always just loved it. It's something I could ride with my grandparents.
Yes.
And actually face them, on the ride and chat while you're on this ride. You get a tour of Tomorrowland. It's just.
So I didn't say this. I have asked this question. You're not the only one who has it as their favorite ride. Mm-hmm. I always go, what? And I ask some form of this question if I can. And you have answered it the most plausible. Is that the fair way to say that? Because most people are like, I don't know, I like it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll give you the win on that. I still don't quite get it, but
well, if I can throw something back at you, I just saw. I think you tweeted something. You tried watching.
Yes.
Christmas Story. You tried watching A Christmas Story. You didn't even give it 10 minutes.
It felt like hours, but I think it was. If it was 15, I'd be shocked. I doubt it was 10. It wasn't very long. They were at the table. They showed me the little kid being not funny for like the fifth time. I'm like, I'll never get this time back. It was. I know people love it. Should I keep going? Is that what you're about to tell me? Or is it?
Use your best judgment. I will say that I enjoy that movie. I've seen it. For decades now, and I enjoy it. I didn't watch it this year. I don't have to watch it every year because I've seen it so many times. But yeah, I think maybe you need to give it more than 10 minutes. But
Painful,
you
funny, like
you know,
painful.
use your gut feeling. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't want to push you into.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Lots of people love it. Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, Fight Me, Jeff. A Christmas Story is the best. I'll just fight you. I'll just make you watch the show again. I haven't seen A Christmas Story either. I promised people. No, I didn't. I had so many people ask me to watch it. So, favorite Christmas movie and why?
Well, you know, I think it might be It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, I love that one.
And it's the reason why is because it had been my father's, still is probably, my father's favorite Christmas movie. And this is back in the early 80s, before we had VCRs, before they would show it on cable every year. He mentioned this movie, It's a Wonderful Life, and the only time you could see it is at 1 a.m. On some TV station. It didn't have the standing of which it has now. It wasn't the classic it is now. So in the early 80s, my dad would mention this movie. I don't think I saw it till we got a VCR and we were able to rent or purchase our own copy of it. And then it's just it's a great story.
I love it.
With a great cast. That end scene where everybody piles into the house singing Old Lang Syne. It's just it's a great movie. Yeah, I think that might be my favorite too.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, for classics, it's hard to beat that one. And there's a bunch of recent ones that I love. I remember early on not understanding why the leg lamp was funny. And so I think that maybe I've just got this thing against it. But then I watched it and so many people loved it. And I'm like, I want to like it. And I don't know why I want to like it. But then deep down, I feel like, no, I don't want to like it. And I don't know. Like if I'm really, really sick, if like maybe I have a car accident, that lady from Misery gets me and smashes my legs, like maybe at that point I'll give it a try. But I'm hoping not to have to.
There are so many other options in the world.
Amen.
If this isn't your thing, it's not your thing. No worries. Move on. Watch something else.
And speaking of moving on, so your favorite park is Epcot. Your favorite ride is the nap station. What's your favorite snack?
It is the citrus swirl.
Nice. I like that one.
Oh, you do? Because not everybody does.
Oh, well, not everyone likes A Christmas Story either, but that's a great one.
In my book, it's better than the Dole Whip, sorry to say.
I think I'm supposed to be mad at Citrus Swirl because of my name.
Oh, but here's the deal with the Dole Whip. I had one a couple of years ago. Tried it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I love it.
It wasn't as flavorful as I thought. It wasn't as pineapple-y as I was expecting. And I already loved the citrus swirl. The tartness of the real orange juice. That's made with real orange
my
juice.
mouth water right there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And the creaminess of the vanilla soft serve with it. It's just such a good combination. I thought, am I misremembering my experience with the Dole Whip? So I actually went back and bought another Dole Whip, and no, that's how I remembered it. It just doesn't pack a very big flavor punch for me, and I don't hate it. It's just I just prefer the citrus swirl so much more.
Like you said with the movie, like Disney Plus is a thing, Netflix is a thing, all these options. So if I'm going to take 2 hours of my life and vegetate on a couch and watch a movie, I'm going to watch something I've never seen before or something that made me laugh. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be like the I need Ritalin guy, but if in the first 10 or 15 minutes I haven't laughed, I'm out.
Yeah.
And like with Citrus Swirl, if you already love it, like it's a financial and a time decision you have to make. Do I want to stand in this line? And do I want to spend the $19.95 or whatever it is? And for me, I'm going to the Dole Whip, even though I like Citrus Swirl. But if you bring me Citrus Swirl, I'm going to have some.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably where you're at with Citrus Swirl, right?
Absolutely.
Citrus Swirl conversation. I love it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I've recently tried to cut out dairy in my diet, and Citrus Swirl has ice cream in it. But that's one thing I will still continue to eat, the citrus swirl. It's too good not to eat.
Anthony comes with the his favorite Christmas movie of all time is Jingle All the Way with Arnold, which makes me want to ask you favorite Disney movie, classic and current.
Good question. I really love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, good stuff. I do too.
I like them all. I really do. And I love The Incredibles. Both Incredibles movies. And my daughter's a big fan of those. And with all of these answers I'm giving you, there seems to be a strong family component. It's what I grew up with. It's something I enjoyed with my family. It's something I'm currently enjoying with my family. So, that has a big sway with me, I guess. But yeah, The Incredibles, my daughter loves that. She has maybe 8 different shirts with The Incredibles on there. If it's not Minions, it's The Incredibles. So, yeah, that and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And I'm sure there are others that I'm not remembering. One of the things I'm really looking forward to taking advantage with Disney Plus is getting to see these movies I haven't seen in a long time. They used to play this movie called Candle Shoe on cable when I was a kid. HBO, I think, would play it. It's a Disney movie. It's Jodie Foster, David Niven, Helen Hayes. I'm sure there's somebody else that's famous, but it's a young Jodie Foster, and she plays this con artist kind of kid who has a change of heart midway through. But but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that again. I want to see the Tim Conway and Don Knotts help me out.
Apple Dumping Gang. Love that.
Yes, thank you.
Love both of them. Love those movies.
Yeah,
love that choice. The first night we had Disney Plus, I don't know what we were doing, but it revolved around we're gonna have Disney Plus on, and we watched 3 or 4 things that night. When everyone went to bed and it was just me and I was done with my stuff, I put on, and I didn't have this as a plan. I was just scrolling, and I ended up stopping and watching Swiss Family Robinson, which I've never considered myself a fan of.
Which version?
1823, 1950s one.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I don't have a reason why. It wasn't a plan. I loved it so much. I've watched it 3 times since we had it. It's just, wow. And it's older than me. It's not like it was nostalgic for me. It was before me. I just loved it, and I still do. It's a pretty cute movie.
Yeah. What's the first thing you watched with when you got Disney Plus?
I don't remember. Let me think for a second. Well, what was your first thing? What I think?
It was Steamboat Willie. One, because it seemed like a natural thing, and I'm not the only one to have watched Steamboat Willie as the first thing, but I had never really seen the whole thing, and I thought it would be apropos.
I don't remember. I can tell you my first full movie I watched was Peter Pan. Nope, that's not true, because Swiss Family Robinson would have been before that. We did watch the Olaf's Frozen Adventure that night, but that wasn't first. I don't know.
I just watched that for the first time right before Christmas.
I
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot.
If you put Frozen 2, and Olaf on a list, Olaf's Frozen Adventure wins for me.
It's funny. It's it's not too long. The songs are good.
Yes.
I'll watch that again next year.
I loved it. I'll watch it in January.
And then they use a part of that at Hollywood Studios for Sunset Season's Greetings, part of their never-ending show on Sunset Boulevard, which is awesome.
I love it.
It's my favorite part of Walt Disney World during the holidays is Sunset Season's Greetings. It's amazing.
I love Hollywood Studios at the holidays. I love them all holidays, but that one, I don't know. I love it.
Those vintage ornaments and decorations they have throughout. Yeah, it's awesome.
So cool. So cool. Robin Hood is great though. So let me just put it in there. Robin Hood and Peter Pan, that 70s, 1977 Topps baseball, that 70s Disney era, that's my jam. I love that so much. I still love that so much. Yeah, Olaf's Frozen Adventure is on Disney Plus. Charlie, or whoever that is from Disney Nerd Herders. I forgot what I was going to ask you yet. I asked you food. Oh, favorite restaurant at Disney?
Favorite restaurant. This may surprise you, but it's actually Sleepy Hollow refreshments.
Okay,
so it's just a quick service. Most everything they have there is wonderful, but I enjoy sitting there again with my family.
Sure.
In the shadow of the castle,
Perfect
And
spot.
especially around this time of year, maybe getting a funnel cake, a hot chocolate, or a coffee, and just sitting there. Good memories doing that.
Good call.
But being sort of locals, I haven't done a lot of signature restaurants. We haven't done many sit-down restaurants. You would think that perhaps I have done them all by now, but we really haven't. Part of that is with our family, not a sit-down restaurant doesn't always work for us. We need a place that suits every member of our family.
Sure.
And not every restaurant at Disney does. So when I think of a great experience eating at Disney, it's Sleepy Hollow Refreshments.
That's a big one in our family too. We end up hitting that. We like that area quite a bit. It's a nice place to get a little break. The views are amazing, and I don't even know what I order there, but I know my kids and my wife love it. We eat there all the time. My favorite is a small one like that too. It's at Disneyland, and it's Bengal barbecue, and people are always surprised by that. And I feel like Sleepy Hollow's kind of in that mold. Easy to get to, very open, great food. Anyway, I love that answer. I love different answers.
Yeah, and then I love going to every Epcot festival serves food, and they have their food booths, and I get a kick out of trying, food at those festivals. To me, that's a lot of fun doing that. And I mean, that's not you can't always get that food there, but while it's there, it's a lot of fun to try it. If something really blows me away, I'll go back and get seconds or thirds, and that's a joy.
I fell in love with charcuterie because of the food and wine. So there you go. 3 Disney characters you get to have dinner with. You get to meet with 3 Disney characters. Who do you pick?
My favorite Disney character has been for a long time Orange Bird. And that goes back to when we would go to Disney World as a kid. I'd go there and we'd see at Aloha Isle Refreshments, they'd have Orange Bird everywhere around there. They used to serve these orange plastic, orange shaped like the fruit orange, sippy cups with a very narrow straw. So Orange Bird just evokes great memories. When I see Orange Bird, he's back there somewhere. He's hiding behind some Christmas stuff, I think. But that's nostalgia. That's just the feeling of being on holiday or vacation. That's Orange Bird for me. So Orange Bird would be on there. And then I mentioned this on a live stream when I talked about Olaf's Frozen Adventure. I think Olaf might be one of my favorite new Disney characters. I love his innocence, his humor. There hasn't been a part that I've seen him in that I haven't enjoyed. So I'm gonna put Olaf in there.
Great one.
And then maybe as a third, it seems like Mickey Mouse should be on there, but he's not. Mickey just doesn't seem like enough fun for me. So I'm going to have to go with Jack Sparrow.
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, that goes to my next question. I think Anthony wanted me to ask you, and this might be one of the ones we end on because we're getting pretty close. The movies are changing. Jack is not going to be there anymore, or if he is, he's not Johnny Depp. What would you do with the 2 main characters if you got to cast them? Assuming they stay with, the main characters, who would be your male and female lead? Or what would you do with the movies? How about just that?
They can do what they did with Star Wars. They can introduce new characters. I guess they've introduced new characters in every movie, sort of. But if they want to go in a different direction, there can be a new lead pirate or female pirate. Maybe that's what they should do. I think that would be fun. Maybe Red. Maybe they could make Red a character in these movies. I would very much enjoy that.
We could have the gentlemen who are in jail with the dog. We can have the auction, which I hope they don't do because they've changed it. But I do like Pirate Princess Red going there. They could have the 3 dudes singing with the donkey. Think about all the characters that we pass by. Carlos, don't tell him all that stuff. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many stories that are already there. That was my issue with Haunted Mansion. I think the Haunted Mansion movie is decent if you don't call it the Haunted Mansion movie. But with all that, where's Ezra? Where's the Night Watchman? You know, all the characters that we love. I think they can do it with Pirates and tell a fun story that's more about the ride.
I would love that.
I would love that too.
That's a great idea. You're very good at this.
I don't know about that. And somebody else asked a question. I think Rachel wanted me to ask you if you sent something to D&G or something like that. Does that make sense at all?
I've sent a few things their way.
Rachel, I don't know if I asked the right question. Send it to me directly and or to him directly if I didn't get the right question out, because I feel I scrolled up to find it and I couldn't find it. So I don't know what I'm talking about. It is on the hour. I don't want you to leave yet until I ask this. What question should I ask you? And what's the answer to it? Like, what do you want the peeps to know? I kind of asked it early on just because I want to get it out there. But I always try to make sure that my guest gets to share what they want to share, not just answering my silly yes, no. What do you think about this question? So what do you want people to know about you? What do you have your goals for your channel? Stuff like that there.
I suppose I don't really know the answer to that question, but I'll say this because it's the first thing that came to mind. I started my YouTube channel perhaps as a revenue source. I was very green about that. I didn't know. Also as a learning tool, a place to stay sharp. I am in awe of people that can post videos more than once a week. I find it a struggle to put out content as much as other people do. And I've actually stopped trying. Like if I'm feeling stressed about putting out content, then I'm doing it wrong. I don't want to feel an obligation for this. Do I want to continue this? Yes, I want to continue my channel. I just want to have fun with it. Yeah, I'm at 600 subs. I've been on for 2 years. There are people that have gotten more subs way faster, and I'm fine with that. More power to them. But I've got to do what I've got to do. So I'm just going to. I don't know. I had a purpose for starting that story. It's just that. I want my channel to be fun, not only for people that watch it, but for myself. So, if I get to 1,000 subs sometime, that'll be great, but it's not going to make me or break me. I'm having fun with this. I'm getting to meet people, awesome people like you and people in the chat. That's been the true joy of this, is getting to meet and hang out with and chat with all of these awesome people. So if anybody wants to know anything about me, it's that I'm enjoying what I'm doing. What comes will come. Things will happen in time or whatever. It's I'm enjoying this. I've enjoyed this tonight. Thank you so much for asking me to be on this.
Thank you for saying yes and giving up an hour during the holidays. Yeah, hey Tim. I mean, that
was kind of rambling without an ending. I'm sorry. That was
you're great. You're great.
Kind of fizzled out there.
People are awesome. People are people. Also, great Depeche Mode song, but unrelated to the chat we're having now. Anthony, I was waiting. Here we go. Jim, how about your? There we go. So Anthony asked this. So little hint in chat. When you're in chat and you ask a question, don't say, "Hey, can you ask my question from above?" Because then I have to scroll up. Ask it again. And Anthony did just that. And then, of course, the chat jumped. So let me ask Anthony's question. Jim, how about using the next few Pirates movies to develop the next generation of pirates to replace Johnny, Kira, and Orlando? I think that's what you said, but you want to dive into that more?
Yeah, that's a bit what I was getting at. The way they did it in Star Wars with Rey and Finn and Poe. Let's. I mean, that's a winning recipe. Let's do that same thing. Absolutely.
You know what? Here's what I say. If they have grand pirate ships and battle scenes and cool Caribbean sets, I'm in already, man. Play some cool music. Get was it who did the music? Zimmer? Whoever did the Zimmer. Yeah, I think it was Zimmer. Keep them. And hey, Tim, no, sorry, man. You're here and I appreciate it. But I love your channel, man. I hope I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it now. I love that you bring the fun. I mean, we were actually more serious than I expected it to be tonight, but I love what you bring to your channel. I have never gone on a live stream that you were on or led that I didn't get a smile out of it. I love your vlogs. I love your attitude. And the only way you don't get monetized and do well is if you quit.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's true. I mean, I believe that about most people, about most things, but come on, you're doing a good job and you're having fun and people love it. So,
well, thank you.
When we started, I hope it says 8 million now, but I'm guessing it'll say something less than that. But
well, thank you for your kind words. And if I can throw it back at you, you are very good at this. You are a very good host.
Oh, thank you.
The way you fill the void like that, when I do a live stream and there's silence, it drives me crazy. You don't have that problem because you're so good at this. You keep it moving. It's just, I'm in awe of you. And you're one of the best. You really are.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. I'll just say thank you. That's amazing to hear. When you have a good guest, throwing it back at you, it's super, super easy. And you made it super, super easy. And so I appreciate that. So we're having our little love fest here. Get over. I'm going to paste in his link. Oh, yeah, there we go. Did I do that right? Yes. There's his link to YouTube. I hope I put the Twitter in. I think that I did. I know I put the Instagram in there. If you can't find them and you don't want to scroll up and down, it's in the description. What can they expect from your channel? Oh, it's 9:06. We'll end this in the next like 90 seconds. What can they expect from your channel coming up? And then I'll say Happy New Year to you and everybody in chat.
Most immediately, tomorrow morning, I'm going to release my slideshow of all of the YouTubers I got to meet. It's only maybe 3.5 minutes long, but it was a joy to put together and to watch. So I was very fortunate to get to meet so many people. When I can't do a vlog from the parks, I have a series of Disney picture quizzes, and I usually do one when I don't have anything else going on. But I love those, and I love making them, and people seem to enjoy watching those too. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Keep live streaming on Tuesdays at 7:30. Doing our 5 Foolish Mortals every 3 or 4 weeks or so. I think the next one will be January 28th or 25th, whenever 20 something. On the Pepper Tree Villa channel. And it
really is a fun guys you have there. That's
it's fun doing it. Yeah, it's a joy. Again, just friends we've met on YouTube and fostering that friendship. That's what it's all about. It's the best part.
And I'm looking behind you, so I lied. I got to ask one more question. What do you collect? Because as a guy who has a need to send you something to even up the whole thing, and I'm looking behind you, and I have been asked what some. I mean, I know what I think some of that is, but not all of it. What? And you don't collect pins. I know you don't collect pins. What do you collect? What's in your wheelhouse? And then I'll shut up. Probably not.
The only thing I truly collect are the annual pass holder magnets, and I think I have every one.
Wow!
So I'm going to keep up with that. That's really truly my only collection. Other things people have gifted me and that are they're awesome, and I treasure those things. I do have some pins. I just don't collect them, but the pins I do have, I love. I've got some other things that my family have sent me. But it's more not a collection of stuff per se. Truly, my only collection is, oh my goodness, I can't do it. The magnets. That's really the only thing I collect.
Love it. Good stuff. I've had fun. I hope you had fun. Sorry I kept you a little longer than I said. Again, guys, get over to his channel. As soon as we say goodbye, I'm going to talk to him off stream. Then in between me going to my next stream, I'm going to see how many subs he has, and I don't want to see no 600 there. So get over there and give him a sub right now. I do have another live stream in 22 minutes from now with the Lynn Project Creator Talk. If you want to talk about growing, we even talk about how to make money. Bad word, right? Not really. So we'll be doing that, talking about goals tonight. And so really, I don't have a lot of content prepared because I just wanted to talk about my goals. Lynn will be on there. Dev has mentioned that he wants to pop on, so we're going to send an invite to him. That'll start in 21 minutes. DisTube every Sunday. I didn't even look who I have for next week because it's a whole nother year. And it's behind the thing. So I have somebody next Sunday, and that somebody's going to be awesome. And thank you for your time tonight. Get over to his channel, Insta, Twitter, all the things. What are you doing for New Year's, buddy? Doing anything fun?
Is that hanging out at home? I think my son's inviting buddies over, so we're going to have to chaperone that.
My mom's in town, and so we're like, I don't know what we're going to do, but she can't stay up till midnight. So I'm like, sweet, I'll just like hang out here. Save me All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Get over to his channel, subscribe, Creator Talk with Lynn and probably Dev, 21 minutes from now, right here on the same channel. If I don't see you then and I don't see you again, have a safe and happy new year, and let's go crush 2020 together. It's going to be awesome. That's all for now. See ya.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye all.